What's going on, everyone? This is Slav at Slav's Free Talk, and yeah, this is my first live video for this channel. Kind of looking forward to maybe doing some more of these down the line, but I wanted to talk about this one here, and I'm hoping some people jump in and kind of discuss this because, for the better part of 4 years now, we've had this generation of consoles, whether it's Xbox or PlayStation, what have you. But the problem is PlayStation has kind of run away with it. Whether it's their exclusives, whether it's the lack of, um, excitement that's coming from Microsoft or Xbox, it's really a bizarre thing that we're seeing. Now, that begs the question: what should they be doing? What should Microsoft and Xbox do to kind of save themselves, to really bring them together and push forward through this generation and on to next? Well, Phil Spencer has been talking a lot about different things. And they've gone and purchased a bunch of studios, Activision and Bethesda, and a whole bunch of acquisitions to help their catalog get built. But that isn't so much about specifically having exclusives as it is to something else that they may be doing. And that's it's kind of what I want to discuss here. I think this is a really interesting thing. Now, what is really interesting is back when the Xbox was that's not working. Back when it was being launched, released. Let's see here. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this. We had The Verge, who put out a really interesting article that says the Xbox Series X preview. This was right before it came out. And it says the next gen feels like a PC. And that's kind of the question. Should Xbox be more focused on becoming PC like? There's the old debate. You got the PC master race or things like that. Or are you a console gamer? I've personally never believed that the I'm sorry, guys. I never believed that there was a master race for PC gaming or what have you. I always thought that, hey, you know what? You like one or the other. It is what it is. But in this article, it goes, the author says, I haven't been using my Xbox One as much recently, as it feels outdated. As someone who played primarily on PC, the lower frame rates and input lag on current gen consoles are enough to put me off playing a lot of games on Xbox One or PS4. That was until I started playing games on the Xbox Series X. And he says Microsoft's next gen Xbox comes the closest I've ever witnessed to recreating the superior PC experience of playing games. Thanks to solid state drive storage, a far more powerful CPU at 120 Hz support, and impressive backward compatibility features that improve existing games. This is all inside a $500 box that's quieter and far easier to use and maintain than the $3,000 gaming PC that this author built. There's a reason the Xbox Series X looks like a PC. It's because it often feels like one. And that is really, really, really interesting if you think about it a little bit, because we're in this generation, and I've been saying for quite some time that for gaming to move forward, they need to adapt with the times, specifically console gaming. I think Nintendo did it right. I've always seen the future of gaming as being handheld, not anything that is flashy like VR or AR. But I've always thought handheld gaming is the future. To be able to take your home console on the go with you is more enticing and exciting than VR and AR. And just that's my opinion. But could the direction that Microsoft be taking be something completely different? There's no denying it that the hardware hasn't been selling like they want for Xbox, but it looks like they're not willing to give up the Xbox brand. It looks like they're not willing to get away from doing something in gaming. And well, maybe it's because they want to do this. In a recent interview with Polygon from late March, Spencer said that he wants PC game stores like the Epic Game Store and others on Xbox consoles. It's a tall order that would ultimately benefit the player who owns a Xbox. But then again, it's still a process that would take no small amount of effort. He says bringing PC game stores to Xbox requires PC game compatibility. This is going to be Microsoft's first hurdle in turning this vision into a reality. Before PC game stores like Epic Games can make it to the Xbox, those PC games will need to work on Xbox. How would Microsoft make this all come together? That's still unclear. Microsoft obviously hasn't announced any official plans, but the closest approximation of what Microsoft might have taken inspiration from is the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck runs on Steam OS, which is based on Linux. To get all those Steam games to work, Valve implemented Proton, a compatibility layer, so Windows games would work on its Linux-based system. Microsoft could end up doing something like that for its next Xbox console, and if it did, it would certainly make things a lot easier in terms of bringing over PC game stores. Spencer has been vocal in the past about this, about his thoughts on platform exclusivity and looking at ways to move away from that more. Being able to find a way to open up the Xbox console to PC game stores would go a long way in making that happen. So, yeah. What is the ultimate plan for Xbox then? Are they going to make it more like a PC? Are they going to make, I think what it comes down to is, I have sitting on my desk here a little Mac Mini, and the thing is just yay big. It's not that large. And imagine having an Xbox, a video game console that size, just sitting underneath your TV. Well, that's what I think that's what they're aiming for at some point. Obviously, it might be a little bit bigger. You want to get a good graphics card in there and such, but for the majority of it, these big consoles aren't going to be needed anymore. You take a look at the Xbox Series S. Yeah, I mean, in 4 years less, graphic cards that are good today would absolutely fit in that console. So, what is the plan? Well, I've been saying for quite some time, I think the plan for Xbox, for Microsoft, and what they're going to do is, they're going to focus more on things like Xbox Game Pass, focus more on software, on games, not so much the hardware. The hardware aspect, they got a few more, probably one more generation, maybe 2 more generations in the line. But eventually they're going to drop out of the hardware game. And they're going to solely have a system, an interface that they're going to, and I truly believe this is what we're going to see. We're going to see an interface from Microsoft and Xbox that you'll be able to pull up on your Nintendos or your PlayStations, or have a PC that you just connect to your TV and boom, there you go. And they may sell a small little piece of hardware that you can put there. I mean, come on, look at what's out there today. I mean, a lot of the hardware is just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Maybe they have a little niche where they have some bigger hardware, bigger consoles, but I don't see that happening. I think Microsoft is really starting to set themselves up for falling out of the hardware game when it comes to video games. But I want to know what you think. What do you think? Do you think they're going to drop out of the video game, at least the hardware side of things? Let me know. I want to know what you guys think. I think this is really, really interesting and different and weird. And hey, I mean, it is what it is. Like they're going to do what they got to do to survive. Buying up all these studios wasn't about, again, having exclusive titles. It wasn't about pushing hardware. It was about the longevity of the brand. It was about having a service, Game Pass, that people are going to want to subscribe to and pay $30, $40 a month, because believe it or not, that's what it's heading towards. No, it's only what, $17, $18 a month right now. Probably by next generation, it'll be over $20 a month. Probably by the generation after that, it'll be probably closer to $40 or $50. But that's what their plan is. They're looking for subscription services. That is what is going to be making them money. That is how they're going to push their brand. And again, sure, they're going to have some consoles here and there. I mean, you can tell by what, Phil Spencer says. He understands that this is not an easy task. This is going to be a long journey to get where they need to go. But for the most part, this is what it is. It is what it is at this point. But I want to know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on all this? Please let me know in the comments below. Yeah, with all that, I think that's about it. That's my first live stream for this channel. I just wanted to see how it would turn out, if people would turn up. I didn't think so, but hey, it is what it is. A couple people stopped by. Nobody said anything. That's okay. It's okay. Leave your comments below. With all that said, I'll catch you all later.